Right. I also want to record this. Um, so guys, I haven't really got a training specifically for you guys. What I wanted to do is I just wanted to kind of share my story. Some of you may have heard of it, some of you may not have, and we're also going to have a lot of testimonies where people within this platform are thriving on all levels, which is such a fulfilling thing for myself. The money's great, don't get me wrong, but there's no equivalent feeling to helping someone. I was able to be around Alex Morton over the last couple of days. And it's crazy how things circle back. 5 years ago, guys, I was a customer. I just signed up to a platform, a life-changing platform 5 years ago. Jumped on a Zoom call like you guys are right now from your home. And I was listening to people making 2 million a month, 1 million a month, 500,000 a month, 250,000 a month, thinking, is this real? Number one, do these men actually make money? Number one. And then number two, how can I get around these people? How can I be like these people? And 5 years moving on, I was able to spend time with Alex Morton, who is he's made over 100 million within this industry. And it's just crazy how things work, guys. It's really, really crazy. You guys are at the right time, at the right place with the right people. You just need to become aware of it. All right. So I want to get straight into it. Like I said, I want to get into my story. A lot of you may not know me. I'm seeing a lot of new faces, a lot of new names. Just drop a two in the chat if you don't know my story. You've seen me in the chat, you see me sending in trade, you see me sending in certain things, but we actually haven't maybe had a conversation, or you guys don't really Rio, you know me, bro. this guy this guy's a fool, right? If you want to know me again, Rio, you can. And it's calm, bro. All right, you might be a new person today. We're always leveling up, so that's absolutely fine. All right, so yeah, I just feel like I want to share my story, especially with the time that we're in right now, where we do have a company convention. That's what is mainly I want you guys to focus on the 28th, 29th, and the 30th of March. We will be in Germany for a company convention. Okay, now that is where decisions are made. All right, so I'm going to throw it back from when I even growing up, guys. Growing up, I didn't really have it very tough. I'll be honest. I had a loving two parents, mom and dad. I was playing football 3-4 times a day as much as I could. Never really interested in school. Parents' evening was never good. I'll be honest with you. I used to get licks after parents' evening, not because I was a bad child, but I just wasn't focused in school. Always said I could do more. I was the class clown. Didn't really take school seriously. Got a few grades, right, here and there. Wasn't the smartest, right? But it got to the stage where I was in college, sixth form, and I didn't know what I wanted to study. So I took the easy route and I took sports, right? I know a few men on here, you guys took sports because you don't know what else you want to do, but sports don't sound too hard. So you just took the sports diploma, whatever they call it, right? I failed anyway, right? So I didn't know what I wanted to do with life, cut a long story short. And during that period, it didn't affect me as much now, but my story, when I look back now, really, really makes sense as to why I do what I do. Some people say, Josh, why do you do what you do? Like, you could just go and make money by yourself and you can just hibernate, whatever it is. But when I look back, and I want you guys to do this as well, you might be before the storm, in the middle of the storm, or on the other side of the storm. Everyone on this call, right? 40 and it's come on, man. We do this every time. 40 and it's asked. Anyway, cool. Right? You're either about to go into a storm, you are in a current storm, or you're on the other side of the storm. And when I look back, it is crazy how aligned and God gifted. I don't know if God gives on this call, but God gifted we are right now, guys. All right. So I was around 16, 17. I was in sixth form, and my parents ended up actually getting divorced. So they was married for multiple years, can't remember how many years, 11 years or whatever it was. And they ended up getting divorced. Now, it didn't really affect me at the time, but the pinnacle reason why the divorce happened was because of money. Okay, now Alex spoke about this over the weekend, how like 80% of marriages that collapse, the main reason, guys, is because of lack of finances, right? It's not lack of love. People fall in love all the time. It was finances that affected my parents' relationship, right? So moving on from that, I didn't really think nothing of it. I was thinking, why? Like, you always ask God, like, why do things happen in your life? And you never get an answer there and then. But I was thinking, why did it end up like that? Like, it was meant to be happy ever after, cool, whatever, right? Cool. So that was around 16, 17. Moving on now. I was around 17 years of age. And obviously, because of that divorce, obviously my father wasn't in the house. My pops wasn't in the house. And when everyone says they need to be like, obviously give credit to any single parents out there where you have to. But I feel it's very, very important, especially for men or young boys. They need a father figure in their life. And I did, but it just wasn't in the presence of my home. All right. So that means I got up to badness. Cut a long story short. All right. I'm not a bad person, nothing like that. But money for Mech, I was working full time, Sports Direct, £3.75 an hour, and it was not cutting it. All right. From where I grew up, a lot of people was up to no good, but I always stuck to what I knew was right, which was working, doing the right things, not trying to bad up, just do the right things. But that left me broke. All right. And law of association, my nan always used to tell me, Josh, stay on the right path. Like, don't listen to your friends. Don't listen to your friends. All right, nan, whatever. Cool, 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 cool. I didn't understand the science behind actual your environment. All right. There's an actual science with our brain waves when it comes to your environment. Okay. So I remember this day like it was yesterday. I was driving in Tottenham. I was with one of my best friends at the time. And I was on the phone to a very, very good friend of mine. And again, where I come from, if you're making money, you want to keep it to yourself because people start to pocket watch, people start to scheme, people start to hate, people start to become jealous. So as I was speaking to my friend, I didn't know this at the time. He was in a crowd of, he was with his brother and he was with a few other friends. He actually walked away from his friends so he could speak to me about money. Okay. So we were speaking about money whilst I was driving. I remember it was like it was yesterday. And all of a sudden, I heard loads of shouting on the phone, and then I heard call the ambulance. Didn't know where he was, didn't know what happened, thought nothing of it at the time, but it couldn't have been good. All right. Now, I was in Tottenham, drove all the way back to my area, and literally, like across the road from my house, there's all police, it's all taped up. And that moment, loads of things started to come together. And I saw a good friend of mine and he was crying, another friend. And I was like, what's wrong, bro? And he said his name and he said he's dead. So he actually died on the phone to me. I was the last person to speak to him. He got stabbed, right? And it was about money. Okay. So that's the second instance in my life, 2 years apart, where money, the lack of money, affected myself and also a friend who is now not here today. Okay. Thought nothing of it. Again, God, why? Like, why? That same friend, right, happened to get buried on my birthday. Again, bit weird. Why on my birthday, right? Cool. So a year after then now, that wasn't those two scenarios. My parents getting divorced, my friend passing away. It clearly wasn't enough pain for me to think or change as a person. Okay, there's only two ways you're going to change as people. You guys think you've joined to copy and paste. You're in for a shock, right? You haven't joined to copy and paste, right? You joined to change your life, okay? But to change your life, there's only two ways it will happen. One way is an emotional, impactful life. If someone's died in your life or something emotionally hit you, you will change as a person. Or number two, you manually do it, which means you manually change certain things, certain habits. Not many people go down that path because if you can't hear, you must feel. Okay. So that was 2 years in. 3 years in now, I'm now 3 years in, sorry, I'm now 18. Okay. And that same friend, so one of my best friends that I was in the car with, right? I was on the phone to him, one of my best friends. At the time, he was a primary school teacher. He was a PE teacher. Never been in trouble with the police. He again grew up in a bad environment. We had mutual friends, so we was around the wrong people. Let's just call it that. Okay. Cut long story short, he ended up losing his job. All right. So he lost his job as a PE teacher. And as we know, it's the easy option, the fast money lifestyle. Okay. Cut a long story short, guys, he is now serving 24 years in jail. All right. He can't come out of jail until 2045. He can't apply to come out of jail until 2045. One mistake he made, again, because of lack of money. So 3 years on a trot, parents divorcing, friend dead, and now my best friend is serving 24 years in jail. Okay. But clearly that wasn't enough pain for me personally, all right? Because I didn't change. Nothing changed. Yeah, it happened. I was always told you either end up dead or in jail. Okay, that's fine. Great story. But until it happens to you, it don't really hit home for a lot of people. Okay. But it wasn't enough pain. So nothing changed, right? Fourth year now. So I'm 4 years into it now. All right. Summer 2019, I now got arrested. First time ever getting arrested, but I now got arrested in 2019 summer. All right. And At that moment, right, I think that's when I started to actually think about what on earth are you doing? Like, where are you actually going? And most people don't think. If you guys heard of The Stranger Secret, Earl Nightingale, the biggest problem why people fail in life is they're not thinking. They don't think. We're taught what to think, not how to think. How to think is actually a skill. I need you lot to understand this. How to think a certain way is a skill and a programming you need to build. Do you think it's a coincidence that when you go to school, you start at the same time, you have lunch at the same time, and you finish the same time as someone that works a 9 to 5? Do you think there's any coincidence in that, guys? There's no coincidence that your parents drop you off to school, you start at the same time, 9 o'clock, you have lunch at 12 o'clock, and you leave at 3 o'clock. Most people have a similar lifestyle in their 9 to 5s. So all they're doing, they're just warming you up. They're cooking you up to become a worker. Ultimately, that's what the education system was built for. Newsflash, if you didn't know, they want to teach. They teach you what to think, not how to think. Until that moment happened in my life, I was not thinking about what I was doing. Okay, and during that period, I had a spiritual awakening where I prayed for something to happen, and it came to fruition. Right. And cut a long story short, none of us would be here today if God did not answer my prayers that day. Cut a long story short, I'm not going to get into it. Okay. Now, that was summer 19. All right. Now, a good friend of mine, I'm still very, very good friends with him as well. He reached out to me in October 2019 and said, Josh, at the time, guys, it wasn't looking good for me. I'll be honest with you. At the time, he said, look, Josh, I know you're going through some things right now. You need an opportunity. You need to try and change your life. Come to an event. Okay. So most of you guys are here because someone told you about this opportunity. I wouldn't be here. You guys would not be here if my friend in 2019 did not share this opportunity with me as well. All right. And I went to the event because I had nothing to lose. At the time, I was working Tesco delivery, but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a 3 to 5 year game plan. I didn't have people that were successful around. I was lost. A lot of people in this world, and especially there's probably people on this call, you are lost with your future. If I said to you, where do you want to be 3 to 5 years from now? You don't even know what you're doing Saturday. I'm just being honest. All right. And if you've never seen me before, I'm not rude. I'm not trying to be patronizing or anything negative. I am just a very honest person that wants you guys to win because I know that this has allowed me and the people around me to also win. So if you're brand new, your time will come, but I'm just being honest so you guys can also get the same results. Okay. Cool. So I went to this event. They're talking about Forex. They're talking about this. They're talking about that. There's people on stage making loads of money. And how I looked at it is that if that person on stage has a legs, 2 arms, a mind, a mouth, and eyes, and he's a man, if he can do it, I can do it. That was just my mindset. Okay. Now, the price, I said, look, I've spent more on trainers, I've spent more on a night out, I've spent more on girls that I didn't even like at the time, right? So let me actually give this a go. Let me try. What's the worst that can happen? Okay. And I actually signed up there and then. So I was suckered. I was sold for, right? There and then. I walked out, went home, told my family, look, I signed up to this thing. What do you think they said? Does anyone want to guess what you think my family said as soon as I signed up? There we go. There we go. You lot must have the same parents. We must come from the same family. We must be blood related. We must be related. Because my cousin said, bro, you're an idiot. You just signed up to a pyramid. Mum, oh, you're a donut. You just got scammed. But because they didn't have the results, full boy, I think I got that one. I definitely got that one, right? And because I was so stubborn them times, it actually helped me. Because I was so hard-headed them times, it actually helped me. Whereas if I was the opposite, I probably would have fallen. And I see a lot of people fall for it where your family guys, they love and respect you. But unfortunately, I'm talking specifically finances. They may not know what's best for you. They may know how to create you into a wonderful woman or a wonderful mother or a wonderful man. But when it comes to finances, be very, very careful who you listen when it comes to finances. If you've got an opportunity here where you have people making 500,000 a month, I don't know if you guys are aware, there's people that we're around that make 500,000 a month in their sleep. How can someone that makes 30K a year tell me about anything? Right? It doesn't make sense. But we listen to them because we feel like they know what's best for us. They want to help us, of course, but they don't have the results, guys. They don't have the results. So I was hard-headed. I said, look, let me make this happen. Now, of course, when you get started, if you guys don't know, there's two sides to this business. You can come in as a customer, which is you just use the products and services, right? Or you can come in and become an affiliate. So as a customer, you just use the products and services and you can make money through the scanner, Jay Bonham, whatever it may be, cool. On the other hand, you can become a business owner and distribute the products and services to people and make an income from it. Now that, for most people, where we come from, is a scam. So when people are telling me about this as I've started, I just want to trade. I just want to make money for myself. I want to see if this works for myself. Full boy, right? That was me, right? Because months down the line, right? 6 months down the line, I was saying to myself, I'm making some money trading. I was making around £100 a day, right? I was making equivalent to what I was making at Tesco, but I still wasn't bought into whether this could actually change my life the same way I was sold at that event. And I said to myself, there was an event up and coming. By the way, drop a 1 if you've joined this platform and the person that brought you in has left. Drop a 1 in this chat if you have been brought into the platform and the person that's brought you in has left. All right, because that happened to me. That same friend, I love him. He's still my brethren today, but he left after a month of putting me on. But he wasn't going through what I was going through. He didn't need this how I needed this. Okay, so I didn't have no mentor. I didn't have no group chats, how you guys got it. I didn't have no support system. I didn't have no office. It was just me, myself, and I. And luckily, I was trying to wiggle my way into certain group chats because of what I did. I went and found certain group chats. Okay, and I found that there was an event happening in London, right? It was in the XL Arena, London, the 28th of February, 2020. And in my head, the tickets was around £120 to go to this event. They was gassing it up. They were saying, look, you have to go to this event. You never miss company conventions. Da, 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 da. I'm thinking, I have two options here. I have two options. Option number 1, right? I don't go to this event and I never really know what all this fuss is about. And I stay at home, I stay by myself, I stay comfortable, I stay thinking, and I can just stay here. Or option number 2, I pay this £180 and I go and see what this fuss is all about. I paid the £180. I didn't know one person there. No one introduced me. No one walked me in. I had to go and buy a suit, right? I went and bought my first suit at Next. I went to this event. There was 10,000 people in this room, guys. I have never been so uncomfortable in my life. I was definitely the brokest in the room. Definitely the brokest in the room. Everyone was so happy. Everyone was so excited. And I couldn't understand where I come from. The only reason why people are happy, you're either drunk or you're high. So when I'm in an environment now where people are sober and they're genuinely excited, that for me changed my entire, I wouldn't be here without that company convention, guys. I saw people on stage, young black men on stage making 100 grand a month, 200 grand a month, 50K a month, 250,000 a month. I was meeting people in crowds making 50K a week. And just because of that new environment, guys, I came out of there a whole new person. I said to myself, one day I will be on stage. Give me 3 to 5 years and I will be on stage. Give me 3 to 5 years and I will be making just as much, if not more money than these people on stage. Guys, 5 years forward, I am now eating with people that was on stage. I'm now making money similar to what people was making on stage, all because I went to an event. Guys, I need you to go to this event on the Munich. It's not for me. I've made my decision, right? You guys need to be there in Munich. Okay, now during that journey, as soon as I come out of the event in February, sorry, in 2020, 2 weeks after, can anyone tell me what happened in 2020? Can anyone remind me what happened to all of us in 2020? Lockdown, COVID, right? Now, again, God's doing. I had caught in March, okay? So I went to this event in February. I came out the event excited. I become an affiliate and I made a decision to dedicate the next 3 to 5 years to this industry. I had a court date in March and my lawyer told me, Josh, pack bags. And if you know, you know, okay? But because of, what do they call it? Social distancing, my court case kept on getting re-adjourned. So you couldn't have people within the courtroom, but I wouldn't find out until the morning. Imagine that. So you guys, some of you guys are trading just to make your subscription money. I was trading to make enough money that if I do go inside, I'll still be okay. Right? It took 2 years, guys. 2 years for my court case to actually happen. And it kept on getting re-adjourned. During that period, not only had I changed my life, I'd helped hundreds of people also change their life. And the testimonies that I got from the team actually helped me in the courtroom. The judge said to me, because you've done so well since, you've changed your life, you've helped other people change their life, I'm going to give you everything but jail. And I actually want to show you a few things on my phone as well, how aligned it is. It's like when people don't believe in what it is we do, it is upsetting, but it wasn't meant to be. Okay. But I just want to show you guys the journey ultimately, right? Of how aligned you guys are. All right. I'm going to turn this sideways. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right. So does it come out? How does it come out? Let me see how it's coming out. Can you guys see that? I can't even see. One sec. Let me join on my phone.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Right. So this was me at Tesco. Vex. You lot can see my face. Vex. Fuming. I used to hate my manager. He was racist, always talking rubbish, always telling me to pick up crates. I'm thinking, you pick up the crate, right? I'm not employable. I'm sorry, guys. You should have that mindset as well. Like, have the mindset where you couldn't even employ me if you tried. And what really used to wind me up is I used to visit houses like in the background and think, why is that not my house? Like, why can't I have that sort of house? That was my driving point. Okay. As I said, during this period, I'm thinking, look, £9.50 an hour at Tesco is not going to get me this house. So of course, wrong crowd, influenced by the wrong people. I don't know why on earth I'm taking pictures of this. Like, we made this today of trading, right? I don't know who I thought I was, but again, I was a lost young boy, and age doesn't determine when you're lost. I've met 40-year-olds that are lost, but sometimes you need to go through life and experiences for you to actually waken up or to be woken up. Okay. This is when I first, also on the left-hand side, all my friends, family, they used to laugh at me. They used to say, oh, it's a joke. You're a joke. You're a clown. How can you go from doing what you was doing to now doing this? They didn't get it. That was me on my way to the event. On the right-hand side, I was able to meet the likes of Bob Proctor, right? I was in the crowd. It's a video, but this event genuinely changed my whole perception towards what it is I'm doing with this platform. Okay. Now, obviously, it took 6 months to hit my first rank. Some of you guys on this call, you've already hit your first rank in less than 6 months, which just shows you are already ahead of myself. Okay, so don't idolize me. Don't look at me as, oh, wow, he's this, he's that. I'm nobody special. I just took opportunity seriously because I didn't have an alternative. Some of us act like we got an alternative. And I say this all the time. The thousands of people that I've worked with over the 5 years, I'll give the credit, I'll give the courtesy of maybe 1 or 2 people. 8 out of 10 people that leave this opportunity, they don't go on to do better. I speak to them a year down the line, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line. They're still complaining. They're still in the same situation. Nothing's changed. And that is how people live their whole life. Right? They die at 25, but they're not buried until they're 75. It's the harsh reality of how people live. Okay? This is when I started to make trading money, right? That used to be maybe a week where I'm making $1,000. Now it's a day, and I'm not saying this to flex, and it's not a flex. I'm just showing you guys to wake up with what it is you have at your feet. Okay. During this period as well, like Nan was dying. Now, this was my storm, guys. This was literally my storm. Nan was dying. A month after, Granddad was dying. Court was happening. Tag. I'm going to events with tags on my foot, guys. No, none of the team knew. No one knew. Right. I wasn't complaining and whining and whinging. I was just working because I knew that this is just the test. And once you get through the test, you'll be able to reap the rewards. All right. A lot of you are being tested today, but you're not looking at it from a standpoint, instead of why is this happening to me? Look at it as it's happening for you. Like you need to go through what you're going through, else you're never going to get to or become the person that you need to become. Okay. As I said, the pandemic saved me. And I don't know if you guys can see the picture on the right hand side, right? But you guys can see an individual in the back. He goes by the name of Premium Bells. I actually didn't know him like that. We knew of each other. I didn't know him personally. And we're now on the way to literally create legacy and create wealth. I had a tag on my foot in that picture, guys, believe it or not. Right? It's not, like I said, I'm not saying this to flex. I'm not saying this. It's not nothing positive about what I'm just saying. I'm just saying that events genuinely and this opportunity can literally save you more than you think. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Okay. A lot of you guys on this call, you may not jump on calls. You may not plug into the system. You may not plug into the education because you only paid £130. But I feel some of you lot should have paid 13 grand, and I guarantee you'll be on every single call. You'll be on every single, you'll do everything you can. Okay. This is just obviously some trading profits, whatever it may be. All right. But I need you guys to understand this opportunity is genuinely changing lives, and we are just warming up. We are genuinely just warming up. Okay. So what I also want to do, all right, is we are going to do a few testimonies because I don't want this to be about me, but a lot of you guys don't know me. We haven't met. You don't know my story. So I hope that you guys now can or do understand a little bit about where I've come from and where we're now going. But I also now want to bring up a few individuals that are going to share their story, okay, about their experience. They're going to talk about, I'll ask them certain questions. All right. Some of these guys have not spoken before on Zoom. So I want you guys to show them love, show them support in the group, in the chat box. All right. Because it's you have to get uncomfortable, guys. Me going to that event, I didn't want to. I never traveled by myself. I never used to go places by myself, but I had to get uncomfortable. Right? I had to get uncomfortable. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with Miss Jody. All right. We're gonna start off with Miss Jody, guys. So Jody, if you can just unmute yourself, your name, how you got into the platform, why you joined the platform, and what it's done for you and where you see it going.
Okay, hello everyone. Can you hear me? I've got my AirPods in, so I'm not sure. Cool. My name is Jody. I am 30 and I joined this opportunity in September last year simply because one of my good friends, Rio, most of you probably know who he is. I saw his results on his Instagram and I thought, I want some of that. I want some of what he's got. So I got at him and I asked what he was doing. And yeah, the rest is history. I joined. And when I first joined, I was a brand new beginner. I had no experience. I didn't know what a chart was. I didn't know what a candle on a chart was. So at first, it was very, very daunting. I was having little wins, bigger losses. I was seeing all the results around me thinking, why am I not having the same results? But I very quickly saw the vision and I knew that if I plugged in, I could get to the same level. So that's exactly what I done. I plugged in, joined every Zoom that I could, watched all of the education, made notes. I started building friendships with people who simply just wanted to help me learn and see me win. And now I can say that I've got friends for life. So it's not even now just about making money, it's about helping others. Now I am at the point where I can make between £200 to £500 a day on my own. And now I can start thinking how I can help my family, my sister, focus on building my team, and start thinking about when I can quit my job, because that is the aim. So if I had any advice for anyone, especially the newbies, I would just say, keep plugging in, stay coachable, make notes, and just take everything in and you will get there.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I heard you made like a grand in 2 days. Is that right?
I made 1.7 last week.
She's shitting on me. God
We're
damn,
getting
let's
there. We're
go.
getting there.
Let's go. Let's go. Proud of you, man. Well done. Like I said, Jody, I
Thank
seen
you.
Jody
Thank
from the
you.
start. like it's so great when you can see people grow from the start. I don't know if this works. This ain't for me. To now making 1.7 in a week from their phone and still have a job. It's a blessing to see, man. I appreciate you sharing that, Jody.
Thank you, thank you.
Next we have, let me just see who's actually on this call. Right. Okay, Mr. Dante. Mr. Dante Whitaker, if you can unmute yourself and put your camera on, please, bro. And just obviously answer the same questions. When you got started, who brought you in, your reason why, what you've been able to do since, and where you see this going.
Right. So hello everyone. Can you hear me? I'm good?
Yeah, I just spotlighted you, bro. You're good.
Yeah, yep. All right. So I'm relatively new. I don't even think I've been in this for more than 3 weeks. And I started up the same way as Jody said, seeing someone post on Instagram. But in my case, the person I saw posting was Josh himself. And I've seen him post for a while, some time now, him going to events and him being in Dubai and doing all these things. And obviously, we all want that. So I personally know him as well. So I hit him up and we're on a phone call and he explained the process and everything, and the vision. What I saw him doing is what I want for myself, is to create long-term wealth, and not just for me, but to also help other people. So even for the short term that I've been involved with this, I would say I think maybe a week and a half ago, I started with the live account, started off with light money, and within a day or two was already able to go up to 1.2K.
What did you actually start with, though?
100.
Wait. Say it all again. You started with £100, dollars, euros,
I
rupees.
started with £100, and
Okay.
within a day and a half, I was able to make 1.2K.
Got that. And you withdrew it. It's not demo.
Not demo, live account.
Damn.
And honestly, to be fair, with me making money that quick, I needed it at that time, and I still made more off of that, and it helped me. It really did. So for that, for me seeing what it did for me, it inspired me to continue. It inspired me to make more out of it, and it also inspires me to put other people on, because it's a journey. So, and it's exciting. It was exciting for me.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. And of course, just tell people what you do. You're a footballer as well. Obviously you're abroad as well. So just talk about what you do, because a lot of people, I'm gonna say it, make excuses. And it's like, I know someone who has more going on, more problems, and they still make it happen. So just tell people what it is you do, etc., bro, please.
So I'm a professional footballer. I actually play football in Gibraltar. I've been playing football all my life, and that's all I've ever seen myself doing. But as you get older and you start to realize things and you mature, football is not forever. It's a young man's sport, and by the time you're early 30s, that's when most people drop out. And the difficult thing about being an athlete is that you only think about what you're doing. So for me, I only think about football. Most of my time, if people were to ask me, "Oh, Dante, what do you want to be outside of football?" I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell them. I had to lie to my family multiple times. Oh, I'd like to be a lawyer. I'd like to be a doctor. But at the same time, because of me playing football, where I just work roughly 2 hours a day, I couldn't see myself, and I still can't see myself clocking into a 9 to 5, clocking in under someone's given hours. So,
Facts.
um, when I saw this, I saw that, you know what, I could also make income without really doing much. Just like I'm sitting in bed talking to you guys, I could be making money just like that. And that's what pushed me to continue this. And with my football schedule, it is pretty busy. We train in the morning, games at night, double sessions, or sometimes they send me to go somewhere. So it's difficult to really be involved in everything and all the calls. But for what I've been able to be in, for the courses, for the recorded sessions, it's helped me. It's very informative, and I'm seeing the benefit.
Love that, bro. Love that, man. I appreciate you sharing that, bro. And thank you for trusting me, bro. Reaching out to me and actually giving us a go, man. So I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
Cool,
no
man.
problem. Thank you, man. Thanks for the
Let's
opportunity.
have our next. Sorry, bro.
I said thanks for the opportunity, man. That's it.
You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. We ain't got started yet. We're just warming. We're just warming up. Next we have Mr. J Money. Right. Let me spotlight Mr. J Money. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. How do I spotlight him? Joey Money. Where's Mr. Joey Money? Let me spotlight him. How can I? All right. Sorry, 1 second,
Hello?
guys. Bear with me. Yeah,
Give me 1 second.
I'm trying to spotlight you. Sorry, bro. 1 second.
Can you see
I
me?
think if you speak, bro, I think it will come up anyway. Speak.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. I need to take sorry guys, bear with me. I'm on my phone. My laptop died and my charger's not working at the moment. So bear with. Okay. Spotlight for everyone. Let's go, my boy.
Yeah. Can
Man's
you hear
at
me?
work. He's
Yeah,
at
yeah.
work.
I don't have a lot of time right now. I'm currently working. As some of you know, my name is Joey. I'm 23 and from Dublin, Ireland, but I currently live in the UK. I've been doing this for about 5-6 months, about start of November. Rio brought me in, and to be fair, when he first talked to me about it, the first thing he said is, "You're actually going to fly me to Dublin for an event," and I wasn't really thinking too much of it because I'm a very busy person and I had a lot of things going on. Yeah, you do for sure. So with this opportunity, I wasn't really looking into it as much. I was just kind of, yeah, it's in the background. I'll give it a try, see what happens. And later I know that I was actually pretty good at what I was doing. I got a hang of it very, very quickly, even while I was traveling a lot at the time. Rio and Nathan helped me a lot. Pretty much, they helped me a lot because I literally said to them I didn't have a lot of time. I can give them probably an hour a day that I can actually get into this and actually put in the work, which it helped. It went a long, long way, which somehow I progressed so much that I'm very, very close to quit my job. I can tell you that. I'm literally leaving in next week anyways. This is my second last week working, which is a blessing, is what everyone else wanted. And as some of you know, working a 9 to 5 is it's not for the weak, especially in a manager position. Some of you have been managers in companies. You know, it's not easy. It's not what we all want to do, but it's something that you have to get done to get to that next side. With the trading side, I really excelled. I really, really understood what I was doing and why I was doing what I was doing. And with the help of the likes of Bonds, Malando, Sammy, and plug it into what they're saying, because I knew that they had the results, it made what I was doing very, very easy.
100%, bro. And how do you know Rio?
I actually don't. He came into my job and we spoke a little bit, and that's how we kind of connected.
So Rio, obviously, he was doing delivery jobs. He came into your work, prospected you whilst you're at work, and you signed up.
Yeah, well, I didn't sign up straight away. It took a little while. He actually was asked for my socials, and I was like, right, cool, whatever. And then when I seen the money he was making, I was like, right, cool, let me see what this is about. And I spend a lot of money on a load of random stuff, holidays, trips, people that I don't even speak to at this point. So I was like, right, it's only like 120 or something. I was like, I might as well just put in the money, see what happens. If I get something over, I get something. If I don't, I didn't lose too much from it.
Wonderful, wonderful, bro. And yeah, so let's just say 5 months, 6 months. So I give people three phases. So your first 3 months of 90 days, if you give your all, you're gonna find there's value in what it is we do. 6 months, you can have a lifestyle change. You either do this full time or something happens. An 18-month period is when you never work for money or someone else again. You're coming up to your 6-month period and you're now doing this full time.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I rest my case. I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you can't even get sacked at this point, but
nah,
don't worry,
it's
bro.
impossible, but yeah.
No, it's possible, man. Tell boss man, yo, I'm doing trading full time. Anyway, appreciate you, bro. Cool. Next, we have let's see if he's on. Okay. Do we have Emily? Am I right in saying that, Sammy? Do we have Emily on? Emily on the tour?
She's not on the call.
Okay. Who else did I ask? Well, you know what? I'm gonna give it up to the floor. Does anyone want to quickly just share a testimony? Ah, Bridget, sorry. There you are.
Hi guys.
Right. Let me. There you are. Spotlight. There you go, Bridget. All yours.
Thank you. Blessings. Yeah. How did I get to know about trading? Quite funny. The opportunity came to me a few years ago, and then I said, "Oh no, it's nothing for me." I thought that as a Christian, I thought, "Oh, it's from the devil. It's not from God," and that kind of vibe. And then was it? I think last year. I saw a minister of God sharing about trading, and I was like, And then I think a week after, I saw Toysy as my mentor posting it too. But when I was checking her videos, I'm like, it sounds interesting. But I was still like a bit of doubting. And then I texted the minister that, oh, she should let me know about the trading and all that. So she didn't get back to me. And I said, okay, do you know what? Let me text Toysy about it. And then the moment that I got on the call with Toysy, like, oh, that's how it goes. I said, do you know what? Let me think about it. And at that moment, I didn't have the money. So I was actually waiting for a certain money to come. And I think a week or 2 weeks after, I said to Toysy, do you know what? I'm interested. And then she said, okay, she just started with a call and then telling me about the trading and all that. I'm like, okay, fine. So I got on, still a bit doubtful. I'm like, okay, will I be able to get that money? Because even before that, I went back to school as a single mother of two. And I wasn't getting the right job. So I was like, oh my God, I'm not getting the right job. So what should I do? I do need money. And then when I stopped my schooling, I said, okay, fine, let me take it as a full job. So I took this as a full job. And what motivated me was seeing the wins that a lot of people, that you guys were having. I'm like, oh no, I want to get that money too. I also want to live a good life. I also want to, spending money without thinking that, oh, if I spend 1,000 euros, oh, it wouldn't be a big deal. So I haven't joined actually very long ago, but I was able to get at least 4 people to join the call. And they were the same people thinking like, oh, will they join? Oh, this is my contact. Yes, I know quite a lot of people, but will they join? And I got the 4 people on. I'm like, okay, thank God. So let me keep on calling. Let me keep on calling people. And I'm like, the other one will say, oh, let me think about it. Oh, this. I'm like, okay, fine. At least I was able to get 4 people on the call.
Wonderful.
So yeah, so I would say, guys, keep on, forcing yourself. If you want the money to come in, keep forcing yourself, because working for a boss, you can't have the life that you want to live. And even if, let's say, you get stuck, you have to look for another job. And with this, you staying home, working from home, you can travel and still enjoy and work. So keep forcing yourself. If I can do it as a single mother, not just that, I do other things in what I'm doing, then you can do it also.
Therefore.
So
Let's
let's
go. I
go.
appreciate you.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
you. And Bridget is all the way in Belgium, by the way, guys.
Yes,
She's in Belgium. So we're now in Belgium. We're now gonna come building in Belgium. She's also got her ticket. All right.
Yes, please.
She was going to London. She said she wasn't able to come the 28th. She got a ticket. She's in London, so she's not able to make it. But she's going to the 29th or the 30th, or just the 30th.
Yeah. So what I've done is I'm going to London on the 28th. I'm going to take a late flight to come to Germany.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Serious candidate. And now you've got your subscription for free. So
Yes,
you're now
please.
For No More, where you don't have to pay your subscription.
Yeah, so
Insane. And you've been here what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
I think 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, but it can be less.
Insane. You've got a lot of success coming your way, Bridget. You just don't know it yet.
Yes.
I appreciate you sharing that, man. I appreciate you sharing that.
Thank you.
All right, cool, guys. So it's not just me that has a story. You can clearly see everyone here, different colors, different ages, different genders, are still making it happen, guys. So it's like, what is your actual excuse? Like, genuinely, what is your excuse? And this is not about money. Like, of course, we're here to make money, guys, but I think you lot need to realize we're actually fighting poverty. Like, we're actually in war. I need you lot to understand this. We are in war against poverty. It's so much deeper than you guys think. We're actually in war. We're actually fighting poverty. This is Alex Morton said it on stage as well. He said, you actually might be, with all the generations that have come by. I remember Rebecca posted something the other day and it showed you how many lines of lineage you have, where it's like you have like 8,000 great grandparents, and then it goes down and it comes all the way down to you. And you want to work at Tesco for £12 an hour. Insane. All right, guys. So it may be a bit heavy on some shoulders, but God's not going to give his tasks, or he's not going to send you to war if you're not ready for it. And I feel everybody within this community, House of Riches, you lot are all born, you're born ready. All right. So if you haven't already, please get your ticket in Munich. I can't say anything more. I can't do anything more than at least put you in an environment where you guys are now going to be able to thrive and make a decision to say, you know what? I want to win here. All right. So someone just put in the chat, wait, what? Don't have to pay subscription. Okay. So Shai, we have a business model where you can come in and you can either just be a customer. Okay. So if you're just a customer, you just make money through trading, crypto, and the products. If you feel there's value within what it is you're paying for, and you wouldn't continue paying anyway, right? You can now introduce people into the platform. And the first level, okay, the first level in the compensation plan, right, is called For No More. Okay, you don't have to be an affiliate to get this level. Okay, you can just introduce someone. You have a link in the back office. You send this link to your friend, right? And if they get started, 4 people get started, your subscription of £130 a month is paid for by the company. So you have access to the mentorship, the products and services, and you are now risk-free with your investment. That's the bare minimum you can do. And then it goes all the way up to $500,000 a month. Okay, so guys, that is it from me. I really hope you guys got value from today's call. All right,